is everybody doing anyways? Are you still in lockdown mode? You know, these times have prompted me to think about time a lot and the meaning of time in my daily philosophical musings, a tendency that I must admit enslaves me. And as a result, I've been kind of reading a lot of theories put together by Henri Bergson, or Bergson, a philosopher who wrote extensively about time, duration and memory. I'm not able yet to form a proper synthesis of his theories on these topics, and I'm still at beginner stage whereby I'm making sense of some of the concepts within his theory. And one of them regarding confusion I find quite interesting. Now, most of us will think of confusion in a negative way, and yet he defines it as a multiplicity of sensations and feelings which analysis alone can distinguish. I suppose the lockdown is forcing us to think or undergo this process of analysis, but I also wonder whether a lot of the frustration that people are feeling right now has to do with the fact that many of us essentially try not to think about ourselves too much in our everyday lives. In a way, I don't feel so frustrated about the current situation as long as my loved ones are fine and as long as I'm able to make some money to support myself. Even though I'm currently thousands and thousands of miles away from home, but essentially I'm fine. But I too am forced to analyze my life and decisions I have taken in the course of my life that have brought me here. Stability has never really been an option for me, at least ever since I first left my parents' home and then embraced my current nomadic lifestyle. So in a way, I do live in a constant sense of confusion, and rarely do I get the chance to analyze the multiplicity of sensations and feelings that analysis alone can distinguish, according to Bergson. Yet what confuses me, to use the term in a more traditional way, is the fact that many would define Bergson as an anti-intellectual intellectual, which, by the way, happens to be my favorite type of intellectual. You know, it's the type of intellectual that you could go down the sparch with and have a few cans with. This is also why many people look down on Bergson and why it's only now that people are taking him seriously. But Bergson would be defined as a spiritualist, which is a type of philosophy that claims that some things cannot be scientifically explained because some things cannot be perceived by the senses. He has used this theory to explain creativity, by the way. But if Bergson himself claims that there are some things that we cannot understand, does that also mean that we are resigned to live in a constant state of confusion?